imams to keep the community in control on the day of Eid. And because on their celebration, on the day of Christmas, you look at the day of Christmas, if you go out in the evening of the day of Christmas, before night falls, you'll see it's very quiet on the day of Christmas. And during the day, it's very quiet. Because they're all sat at home with their families, enjoying their meals and enjoying a good quality time with their family. Even though it might not be the case after 12 o'clock, but during the day, it is very quiet. But if you see our day of Eid, all day, all night, we go outside, there's no peace, there's no quiet. We can hear horns from the other side of the town, we can hear horns throughout the streets, and we can hear people shouting, we can hear music blasting, and there's no peace at all on our Eid. So it's very important that we refrain. Islam does not stop us enjoying ourselves, hiring cars, but we have to stay within the limits of what Islam has given us. So we can't give a bad reflection of ourselves to the non-Muslims. If you are going to do this, you not just shame yourself, but you shame the whole Ummah. Because the people will say the Muslims, and then everyone will think the whole Muslims, everywhere they are, this is how they are, and this is how they behave. So there's no need for all this. Okay? 1 day, 2 days of hiring a car will not make someone big. Okay? Because that person doesn't even hire a car, and he will never be able to afford a car like that. So a person if a person driving his own car, then he can be more proud of that because he owns it and it belongs to him. But a person, if he hires a Ferrari for 2 days, then after 2 days he'll give it back. There's nothing to be proud of. There's nothing to be gain, pride or arrogant, because the car doesn't even belong to him. So it's very important we keep these things in mind. That if you are hiring a car, then okay, fine, hire a car. But we don't make it a means of pride for us. We don't make it a means to make Allah angry. So one thing. Secondly, that we make sure that we come to the masjid for our salah. Eid day is not a day where salah is forgiven. So Eid day we come to the masjid and offer our salah. It shouldn't be that we're missing our salah, we're missing the Jamaat inside the masjid because we're sat at home with family. We should be bringing family with us to the masjid, or we're driving around the streets. That shouldn't be the case. We should be coming to the masjid to pray our salah. And thirdly, we should be spending quality time with our family. So the families, we should be visiting our families, we should be getting together and spending quality time. Any families that we are broken up with, these are the moments where we try to create that love again and try kinship again, try to forget everything that's happened before and become a family again. So these are all things that we should remember on the day of Eid. Also a few things, the Takbir al-Tashriq that started today's Fajr, which is wajib on every male and female after Fard Salah. So it's very important that after every Fard Salah, it is wajib to recite the Takbir al-Tashriq once. It's wajib. If people are reciting it 3 times, then that's fine as well. But reciting it once is wajib. So after every Fard Salah, if we're with the Imam or even if we're praying individually, we recite the Takbir al-Tashriq, which is Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Walillahi alhamd. So to recite this once after every Fard Salah, it is wajib on male and female. The males will recite loudly and the sisters at home will recite quietly. So we remember this starts on the 9th of Dhul Hijjah, which was today Fajr, and finish on the 13th of Dhul Hijjah. The last time will be Asr Namaz, which will be on Tuesday. So up to Tuesday, Asr Namaz, after every Fard Salah, it is wajib to recite the Takbir al-Tashriq. And once, if a person has gotten up from his place and has started talking, then that has gone now. A person can't replace that. So it's important that straight after our Fard Salah, once we give our Salam, we recite the Tashriq. If we get up and we start talking, then that's it, that's gone. So then we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness for our forgetfulness. There's few sunnahs on Eid al-Adha day. Number one is obviously, it is not sunnah, it is farz that we wake up for Fajr and we come for Fajr Salah. This is not a sunnah, this is farz. Yeah, it's not just on Eid day, this is every day. But because people are waking up early anyway on Eid day, so we come to the masjid and offer our Fajr Salah. And nowadays Fajr is at 6:45 in this masjid, so Fajr is very late. So we should try to make our utmost effort to wake up for Fajr Salah and come to the masjid. Allah give me tawfiq as well. Number two, is we perform ghusl, take a bath, take a shower, wear good clothes. Regarding clothes, it is not important that we buy new clothes. What is important that we wear our best clothes and clean clothes. We shouldn't go out of our ways to buy. If Allah has given us that we can afford clothes, then we buy clothes. Yeah, but it shouldn't be that it becomes difficult for us to buy clothes and then we put pressure on ourselves and buy clothes. And secondly, it's not needed that we buy clothes that cost more than £100. Okay? We can go and buy clothes for £15, £20. If it has to be from Sport Direct, it has to be from George, if it has to be from Tesco. There's no need to go to Originals, there's no need to go to River Island, there's no need to go to Next and buy clothes that are worth £100 plus. Yeah? So this will come under waste of money. So Allah has given us money to buy new clothes. But that doesn't mean we buy shoes that cost £400, a jacket that costs £500, there's no need for it. Okay? If we buy something for £50 that is decent, that is nice looking, and give that other £300 in charity, then this will be a means of reward for us. So we should try to stick, if Deen is given us this, that we buy new clothes, we should look at what other part of aspects of Deen says as well. So we wear good clothes, put itar on, wear perfume before we leave our home. In Eid al-Fitr, it was sunnah to eat something sweet before coming to Eid God, but in this Eid, it is sunnah not to eat anything until after the Maghrib, until Qurbani meat. Now here, because majority of us will not be doing Qurbani here, so obviously there's no Qurbani meat to go home to look forward to. So when we go home, then we can start eating as soon as we get home. Because we're not waiting for Qurbani meat to arrive. Because 90%, 99% of us will not be doing Qurbani here. One more thing which I heard from our Shaykh Hazrat Mawlana Asif Sahib, we should make a habit at times to do Qurbani in this country at home as well. There's two reasons for this. One reason is that our children will understand what Qurbani is a big act in Islam, and it holds a high virtue in Islam. So by doing Qurbani here, our children will know that this is Qurbani, the days of Qurbani. Ibrahim alayhi salam was to slaughter his child, Ismail alayhi salam, and this is why we do Qurbani, and the children will know Qurbani, what Qurbani is. If we're going to go on the internet a month before and go on Ummah Welfare and send it or phone and not mention it, no one will know that we had Qurbani. Our children will not know that parents did Qurbani. No one will know. So that's one reason why we should do Qurbani here at times. Secondly is that we are deprived from the blessings and that the meat of Qurbani hold. So all our life may pass that we've never ever tasted or ate a morsel of the meat of Qurbani Gosht. So these are two reasons Muasis of Dawah Barka mentioned that at times, okay, there are people around the world that are poor, that never eat meat in their life, and this is the reason why we send Qurbanis. But Allah has given us enough money that we give them enough Qurbani and we do our Qurbani at home. So this is something that we should think about next year maybe, that we will, and usually in a family there's 4 or 5 people that are doing Qurbani. At least 2 people are going to give Qurbani in the family. So if one was to give his Qurbani to a poor country and one person was to give at home, then this will be better as well. So we should try to do Qurbani sometimes at home, so we can, get the blessings from the meat of Qurbani. The day of Eid al-Adha is all about Qurbani and Gosht, and we go home and we eat, rice and chicken, and we forget about our meat, our Gosht, our Qurbani, what Eid al-Adha is all about. So something to keep in mind. When we come into Eid God, we should try to walk. This is, if possible, if people are living far away from to the Eid God, then there's nothing wrong with you coming in car. But it is, if possible, we should try to walk to the masjid, reciting the takbir, loudly coming to the masjid. And once we finish praying Eid namaz, then we should, once leaving and going back to home, we should try to take a separate route that we came, and again reciting the takbir. So these were the few sunnahs of day of Eid, which is tomorrow. Inshallah, Eid namaz here. Tomorrow will be at 9:30. So Eid namaz will be here tomorrow at 9:30. Before finish, just something came in my mind right now. Because we've been talking about unity in the past few Jummahs, and I've been stressing about unity. So this is days of where should emphasize that if there's two Eids in this country, it is not, it's not the day of judgment, and Qiyamah has not come that everyone should start worrying and start fighting and start causing problems. If there's two Eids, then there's two Eids. If it's Eid on Saturday, it's Eid on Saturday, Alhamdulillah. If someone's celebrating Eid on Sunday, it's Eid on Sunday, Alhamdulillah for them as well. Okay, so there's no need to go around saying who was right. If it rains on Saturday and it's sunny on Sunday, then we shouldn't go around saying I told me Eid was on Sunday. If it's sunny on Saturday and it rains on Sunday, then we shouldn't go around saying I told you it was Eid on Saturday. Yeah? So if people are celebrating Eid on Saturday, then Alhamdulillah we're celebrating Eid on Saturday. If people are celebrating Eid on Sunday, then Alhamdulillah we're also celebrating Eid on Sunday as well. We shouldn't go around saying who's right and who's wrong. Because usually the people that are saying we're right, they are not right. Yeah, and it's the other people that are more right. So in this point, both parties are right. Okay, those people that are celebrating on Saturday are right. Those people that are celebrating on Sunday are right. And in Pakistan, people are celebrating on Monday, they are right as well. So this is something that we should keep in mind on these days, and to create unity and to create love with ourselves.